Hi Libra, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your April 25th to May 1st, 2022 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. A loud sound will be accompanying this cleanse and meditation. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So the energy that kept coming forward was one of just like, I'm tired, and it kind of feels like, Libra, I've given so much, and that's what just keeps on coming forward. I keep on hearing, I've given so much, and there's a certain sense of, I'm fed up with this. All right, so that just needs to be addressed as we move forward. So let's see what energy we have to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is the Four of Wands. Okay, so there's a commitment that was made, all right, that is being broken. This can be, you know, a commitment we made to somebody in a relationship. This could be a commitment we made at work, but it almost feels like it's not being followed through. So there's a frustration, but there's also a manipulation around this because they're saying to you, well, you made this commitment. And you're like, but you made it too. You know, that type of thing is coming forward where it's getting us really upset because it's like, okay, well, you have to bring to the table what you said you were going to bring to the table, and I will bring to the table what I said I was bringing to the table. So just being aware of that energy and that frustration here is going to be very important for us during this time because it's a lot that we're dealing with. And again, we're tired. That energy keeps on coming forward. And we want things to be balanced, Libra. We will bend over backwards to make sure everything is balanced and harmonized. But Libra, you've had enough. Like, that just needs to be acknowledged. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. So we have two. We have the sacral chakra and the soul star chakra located 6 inches above our crown. And I want to apologize for my dogs barking if you can hear them. So with the sacral chakra, we have creativity coming forward. We need to embrace creativity. We've kind of gotten stuck in a rut and nothing has that joy, that sparkle. It's kind of like, oh, okay, now I have to do this. Now I have to do that. We see moments of beauty, but what I'm just seeing here and what's coming through in the scrying bowl is this beautiful, it's kind of like a dogwood tree in bloom, right? The beautiful pink flowers on this beautiful tree, but it's always against a gray sky. The beauty is seen in splashes and sparks here and there, but it's not seen everywhere. So that needs to be acknowledged. That's hurting our creativity, and we need that creativity to really embrace and live the way that we want to. And then we have the soul star chakra, again, located 6 inches above our crown. This is universal light. This is excuse me. This is a beauty and insight, a power that is guiding us. There's a sense of there is more here. And I just see 2 magnets coming together. And this is the light of divinity, the universe, you know, this beautiful power connecting with us. And there's a real sense that we are drawn to that. And we're actually going to find a lot of creative energy as we let ourselves move forward towards that inspiration, towards that light, which sounds very easy to say, right? But it also sounds very abstract. How do I connect with what's pulling me forward? I feel out of sorts. So let's look at the tarot, angels, excuse me, and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading We have the Hierophant, strong Taurus energy. We have Gemini, Gemini energy coming forward. And we have the Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles is my Minor Arcana Libra energy coming forward. And I'm just going to take a sip of water, so bear with me. So with the Hierophant, what we are seeing right now is that within the institution, and that's what's coming forward, what we've given our commitment to, the institution, it is out of balance. There's a sense of the funds haven't been allocated, correctly, meaning that somebody could be spending all their money on frivolous things, and we're looking at things and we're like, okay, listen, you need to start taking this seriously. And there's this real sense of you need to look at what you're committed to. And that's also coming forward for us. I mean, don't shoot the messenger here, Libra, but for us, it's also coming forward with, look at what you're spending your time on, look at what you're giving your energy to. Is it important? Because there's something here that is vastly important, powerfully important. Are we looking at it, or are we busying ourselves, or just, feeling so blah that we're letting it pass us by? So there's something here that again is coming forward, but we feel overwhelmed. So it's going to be like, I don't want to deal with this right now. And Spirit's saying, no, you need to. There are two faces coming forward during this time. There's also a sense of mental elasticity, a sense of looking at things in different ways, different ideas, sharing of ideas, really coming together with things during this time. Now we have Gemini Taurus energy can be out of balance within our own lives. So there's can be this creative energy and this very kind of, sturdy, stabilizing, worker bee energy. Not worker bee, but like get the job done energy. And that's also the parts of us that we need to acknowledge here. There's a part of us that needs to get things done, right? And there's a part of us that wants to explore and ask questions and look at the bigger picture and kind of just like dance freely on the wind. And I don't know why that comes forward so much, but it's kind of like, I want an adventure. I want to see where the wind takes me, but then I have my responsibilities and I'm being pulled towards this. So we need to acknowledge this right now, Libra, because it's not going away. And if we don't balance it, we're going to feel like, okay, well, I robbed myself one way or the other. So that definitely needs to be addressed. There's also a strong sense of somebody coming in and saying, this is how it has to be. And we need to look at it and be like, do I agree with that? Because it's going to be very easy because this person is so determined, so focused. So I just feel like they have a very resonant voice. Like their voice vibrates within you. Like when they speak, people listen. And it's because of the power of their voice and of the words that they choose to use. This person can easily sway us, even if we don't want to be swayed. So be aware of that. They have this way of just picking out the right words. They can size people up really easily. So being aware of that is going to be very important. There's, again, a dual nature. Okay, just stopping for a moment. There's a dual nature to this time. Both faces need to be seen. It's almost like we're going to be ashamed of one part of ourselves or the other part of ourselves. And it's like, why? Why am I ashamed of who I am? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. We have the Eight of Wands. We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Two of Pentacles and the Lovers. Again, strong Gemini energy coming in during this time, so that definitely needs to be acknowledged. There is, and that could be within our own chart, like this part of ourselves, this duality coming forward, not putting everything in balance, but just letting the duality, and it's going to feel like a bit of chaos coming out, Libra, and we're going to think, oh, I have to not do that. And it's like, no, let it shine, which again is going to go against our initial reaction. The Eight of Wands comes forward and everything starts to move really quickly. The thing is with the Nine of Wands is that everybody's opinion comes at us and we're starting to lose our own voice and what we want. What we have to be mindful of is as things are moving very quickly and everybody's giving their opinions, we don't let everybody else's opinion sway us. It's not like, oh, but this person says this, so I should be doing this, and then this person said that, so I should be doing that. It's like, I need to know my voice during this time, because as things start to move, we're going to start to see that, again, it all happens very quickly, very powerfully, very intensely. And the Knight of Cups, during this time, okay, for this week, emotional manipulation is going to be something that is definitely used. And emotionally, we're going to keep on looking backwards. It's like, am I doing the right thing? And instead of watching where we're going, and even our horse isn't watching where it's going right now, it's like, okay, I need to look forward and I need to be present right here. It's also a sense emotionally of trying to please everyone, even people we don't know. Like we could watch videos online and think, oh, well, I would like that person to like me. Or, you know how you do it in your head, like, oh, that person should like me, or that person won't like this about me or that about me. And then we start questioning ourselves more and more. So that energy is coming forward and the spirit's like, stop it. We won't meet half of these people. Why are we worrying about them? Or even if we do know them, they don't get to decide the way that we move forward. Or they don't get to decide our lives for us. They have their life. They get to make those decisions. With the Knight of Cups, there is a beautiful energy here of someone protecting our heart. There is a strong energy of, I value and honor your heart coming forward. And so that needs to be acknowledged. Somebody's here as we're looking at the past, as we're looking backwards. This person is like, I value and honor your heart. I value and honor your heart. Look forward. Look at me. And so I don't know. This could be a person, like when we get scared, they're like, look at me, tune everything else out, look at me. Or, did that when we were younger. That energy is just coming forward so lovingly and so powerfully. So that's really, really nice. The Two of Pentacles, we don't have everything in balance. And that, for a Libra, it's so frustrating. We just want to have things balanced, things organized. We're balancing everything else. We're forgetting to balance ourselves, which we're going to think, not a big deal. I'll get to me later. I'll deal with this later. And Spirit's like, no, you're going to look at this now. You're going to look at you now. Because as we keep on adding more and more and not connecting with ourselves, looking at ourselves, honoring ourselves, we're just going to feel overwhelmed. And it's going to start taking out that joy. Again, this isn't a time where we can't even acknowledge the beauty within the world, but we kind of feel separate from it. And Spirit's saying, no. We don't need to feel separate. We need to feel connected. It brings us to the Lovers. The Lovers, Gemini energy, this energy of connection and understanding. This is what I promise. This is what I want. There is a sense of the promises are being tested. Things that we have made a vow to, whether it be marriage or, signed contracts or whatever it is, they're being tested during this time. And it's something that is frustrating to us, but it's also something that's going to teach us a lot of what we've been ignoring, of what we hadn't looked at, different elements to things that just weren't being seen. And our angels are saying, I'm putting this before you now because I don't want it to get worse. So understanding this during this time is going to be very beneficial for us, because it's like, oh, I need to look at this now. And it's not to mess me up. It's not to make me angry. It's to actually make things better as we move forward. So that energy coming forward here from the Lovers is important. And the sense of, I need to embrace what I love. I need to embrace what I see. I need to embrace me. There's also this energy of trying to recapture an old love. I just see, Libra, somebody's coming in, all right? Somebody's stepping into the situation, and they're from the past and they've turned your head. It's like, and they bring you back to remembering the past. What you have to be very mindful of is it the past that you're falling in love with, or is it this person, or the situation, or this job offer, or, what is it that is drawing you? Is it a lure from the past, or is it the power of the present? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Page of Wands. We have the Two of Wands. And we have the Hangman. It's very interesting. We need to rest. There's an energy around us where we've kind of been burning the candle at both ends, or we've been pushing ourselves so hard, and it's like, okay, I'll rest later. And now Spirit is like, no. You need to take care of you, but you also need to honor your story. There is something here about our story, about ourselves, that we're not seeing, we're not paying proper attention to, and Spirit is really telling us, honor our path, honor our story, honor where you stand and who you are. With the Four of Swords, there's a rest after a battle. It has been a long, hard road. Now the rest gets to come in. Now we get to breathe easier. With the Page of Pentacles, there's something new. The Pentacles, Page of Wands, there's something new coming forward when it comes to our work. There's something here that we're looking at, that we're gaining an understanding of, and it's like, oh, I didn't see that, or oh, I didn't know that. And so here we feel like a student, but there's also somebody coming in who's younger, and we might think, oh, this young buck, like, what do you know type of thing. They're actually going to teach us a lot. There's an easiness to them if we listen, where it's like, oh, okay, well, that's what I need to learn, or oh, that's what I needed to see, or oh, that's what I needed to hear. So just be mindful of this person. They do have a young energy to them, where I just feel like that, when people look at young people and they say, oh, the young buck is trying to come in and take my place or my territory or whatever. And it's like, they're not, though. They're trying to come in and they're looking at things differently. And it's like, oh, listen to this person. You'll be surprised at the information they give you. And they don't have to be younger than you. Spirit is saying, like, they just have this really different way of looking at them, which always makes them innovative, which always makes them, kind of stand out in the crowd. And we're going to say, oh, I love that, I want that. And then when we're presented with it, it's like, oh, wait, who asked for your opinion type of thing coming forward. With the Two of Wands, there is an energy here of a new door opening. It's like, oh, I didn't see that. Oh, I didn't know. And that's what we're going to be saying about things. Like, I didn't know that, or I didn't see that, or I didn't see it that way. And Spirit is saying, open up the door. There's more to the world than just the four walls around you. It's time to look at the bigger picture and really say, what do I want? What's important to me? Where do I want to be? And there's almost a hesitance to declare what we want for ourselves. There's a group collective where we're more comfortable with saying, oh, well, we want this. But, turning the W upside down and saying, me, I want this, it's going to be difficult. So being aware of that is going to be important. The Hangman, we're looking at things very differently than we have before. And we're going to think we're wrong. We're going to think the whole world is right, and I'm just standing on my head, seeing things, and comically, like it's just not right. And Spirit's saying, why? Why is what you're seeing wrong and what they're seeing right? So we're looking at things differently. And even if we wind up looking back at this and being like, maybe that wasn't, the way I should have seen that situation or handled that situation, we're going to be learning a lot. And that's going to be really important. Looking at things, different people's point of views, different ways of seeing situations, understanding things. We're going to be surprised at the world that opens up for us. So here with the Hangman, we're not seeing things the same way. We're not what we once were. And it feels like our world was turned upside down. And we're going to find out that, like, that's okay. That's okay if my world was turned upside down. Let's go deeper. Ooh, okay. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Okay. I like that, Libra. Okay, so what just fell out instantaneously? The Seven of Waters, the Seven of Cups. We have a lot of choices coming forward. We also have our dreams. And there's a sense here of can I? Can I embrace what I really want? Because it doesn't fit in to what others wanted for me or what this place is offering me. So do I get to embrace my dreams? So there's a question of that. There's also a question of looking at the choices. When everything is out of balance, the way we need to be looking at it during this time is like, okay, what do I want? And how close is what's being offered to what I am deeply seeking within my soul? It brings us then to the Nine of Swords, because the Nine of Swords, worry, doubt, fear, chaos, feeling like we're walking on this tightrope, feeling like, it's not balanced. The Nine of Swords in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck is the person sitting in their bed, holding their head in their hands with all the swords around them. The swords are a ladder. We can get out of this mental turmoil, but it's going to be painful. Here, we can fly. We can see ourselves. We can move ourselves forward, but it's going to take a leap of faith. And it's going to take getting out of our own way, which, Libra, during this time, we can be our own worst enemy. It brings us then to the Queen of Air. And the Queen of Air is us. It's love, it's connection. It's cutting through doubts and fears and negativity. There's a wisdom to us. There's a knowing around us. It's kind of like the wisdom of all our lives, of our souls, are moving us forward. The Queen of Air speaks of this. And the Queen of Air is also saying, embrace your voice. Don't lose your voice. There's a sense here of just seeing holding your throat. And I don't know if it's vocal massages that are being done, or if it's kind of like the Little Mermaid, when she holds her throat, when she's given her voice away, and she's realized, oh, that's it. it's like once I've realized the cost of giving my voice to somebody else, that's when I value the power of my words. That's when I value what I want to say. So here, be very mindful. Be very mindful of giving our voice away, because that's coming forward loud and clear. The Queen of Swords is saying, you know, I've worked so hard for this. I've given so much. I've sacrificed so much. Why is it that my voice doesn't get to be heard? Why is it that I'm muting myself? Because there is almost a sense here of I've swallowed my words. I've swallowed my words. I go to speak and then I stop. So being aware of that is going to be important. Now, the energy that we have to be mindful of is the Lady. This is the Empress. So it's very interesting. Be mindful of the mother is coming forward. Be mindful of the person. I just see this person being like, oh, call me mom. Like, you know, just overly familiar, and yet wanting to do so in a very controlling sort of way. They're knocking you off your guard. But I'm just hearing be mindful of the mother come forward. Then we have the third eye chakra, dreams. We are going to be getting a lot of message in our dreams, in our daydreams. When our mind wanders, we're going to be hearing, seeing, understanding certain things. And then we're going to think, oh no, that can't be true because I wasn't, you know, thinking about it enough, or, you know, it just came too easily because it was while I was sleeping I found so many answers, or while I was taking a shower. And it's like, no, trust this, because that's how Spirit's going to be conversing with you. It brings us then to our first subconscious tarot energy, and that is the Queen of Swords again. There is power, there is brilliance within our voice. I love that it's coming up here, you know, now twice. And again, we're represented by the swords in the minor arcana. We're represented by justice in the major arcana. We are cutting through doubts and fears and negativity. We're seeing our voice. We can also be a little bit too abrupt and blunt when it comes to things. So do be aware of that. There is a sense here of also being aware of when our temper really does get the best of us. So being aware of this is going to be important. And then leads us to the Sun. There's a brilliance, there's a joy. The Sun is the happiest card in the whole entire deck. And we have to let our happiness, our joy, what we desire shine through. We have to say, this is who I am, this is what I want. Let me shine. Because there's a sense here of almost hiding ourselves away. It's like, I don't want to shine too much. I don't want to be too much. And Spirit's saying, why are you too much? Like, let yourself shine. As long as you're coming from a place of love and respect and caring and compassion, let yourself shine. It brings us then to the Magician. There's magic to us. We're not seeing it. And this is subconsciously, like there's a spark, there's a joy, there's a brilliance to us. Others might have a hard time seeing it, you know, because, or be jealous of it because they're like, oh, okay, I see this spark, I see this brilliance, but, you know, can I trust you? Like, will you follow through? And there can be a question here of that too. Like, how much of my magic, like how much of the essence of me am I putting into things, or how much am I being drained or used and manipulated? So being aware of that is going to be important. But there's also a spark to you. There's a spark to you, Libra, during this time that you cannot or should not ignore. You have to let yourself shine. Just like the Sun is saying, let yourself shine, the Magician is saying, let this magic shine. There's a brilliance to you subconsciously when you quiet down the rest of the world that needs to be brought forward. And then finally, we have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is, yeah, you have to defend yourself. You definitely do. Like, you have to stand up for what you believe in, know what it is that you want. But spending all your energy fighting, spending all your time fighting will deplete you in ways that you can't imagine. It's like it'll just suck out all the beauty, all the joy, all the prosperity that is around you, Libra. So during this time, we have to be very mindful of this. We have to be very mindful as we stand up for what we want and as we stand up for ourselves. Are we stepping on every stone? Or are we saying, no, this is important, this is where I need to be right now, and then I can move forward? So being aware of that is going to be very, very, very important. All right, Libra. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power and intensity of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Libra. And may blessings always be with you.